Welcome to the Midwest Morons. I'm Andrew, and today I'm joined by Dennis and Ben.
Howdy.
My introduction was probably funnier.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
for
we
you.
have, we have someone to blame for that.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, dude. Anyway, the Diamond and Pearl remakes were announced, and people are blowing up about the art style. I personally like it. What are you guys' thoughts?
I thought it was okay. I see why people don't like it. I wish they did something similar to like the Pokemon X and Y stuff. Like, I get why people don't really like the chibis, but at the same time, like, I don't hate it. There's not really a reason for me to hate it.
Uh, I think it's good. I think it's okay. I mean, I dig it. It's not my favorite, but I think it's a step in the right direction. I would have preferred like an Octopath Traveler kind of look, where like all the sprite like there were sprites, but like the background was actual art, not
Yes,
necessarily models, but well, maybe they could have incorporated model. I don't know, but like
kind of like the Gen 5
think
remakes.
about Octopath Traveler and then apply
I'm not
apply
even
that
sure if
art
our viewers
style.
know what Octopath Travel, because I sure as hell don't know what
Just look
Octopath
it up.
Traveler is.
Just look it up. Like
Look
apply
it up.
Octopath Traveler. Like apply how that game looks and put Pokemon in it.
Octopath Traveler. Hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, no, I really like how Octopath Traveler looks.
Is it a Nintendo game? Or?
Yeah,
No, it was
Square
licensed
Enix.
by them, wasn't
Is
it?
it
Or
Square
like it was
Enix?
only released on
No,
the Switch.
it was Square Enix. It was Square Enix.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I get what. Okay, this actually looks really dope.
yeah, no, I like it.
It would have been cool. Like that's like
It reminds me. It
my
reminds me a
ideal.
lot of Chrono Trigger. I like it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I idealize a Pokemon game looking, but you can't really expect much from Game Freak, especially in recent years. It'd be too much sprite work for them.
That's true.
Well, listen, I wasn't a big fan of Sword and Shield, but I thought they outdid themselves on the fucking Ruby and
Oh yeah,
Sapphire.
some of the set pieces in that game look amazing, but the rest of the game does not look that good.
I think that game's like worst thing was like the shading. Like in Sword and Shield, like everything looked really bad, and I think it's kind
Every
of the
shadow
shading's
is
fault.
just a circle, which makes
I
no
just-
sense.
Right. Every shadow really was a circle.
Like for
I would
everything,
understand. I would understand if you were still in the Gen 5 era, still doing that, but
for,
like,
for,
I don't think there's an excuse for that shit.
for everything that looks great about them, there's another thing like a minute later that breaks your immersion, and you're just left with a feeling of self-loathing while you're playing it because you're like, well, why does the world freeze when I climb a ladder?
Oh, that's
Why does
right.
the
That was a thing. I forgot about that. The world
so
you just stop time when you start climbing a ladder.
I just really want to get a Nintendo Switch in time for the Gen 4 remakes because I'm broke.
I keep
And-
telling you, man. Like I'm willing to like help you out and like pay for that.
At this point, I'm gonna be a degenerate and I'm gonna go out in public like a bunch of times and search for children with Switches and like while they're not.
You're
looking,
just gonna yank it from them.
I'm just gonna acquire because it would be the first time I pull one of those out of my ass because I don't know.
I like
the
that you
Gen 4
can't say steal. You just have to say acquire, or
Because-
or
bro,
finesse.
I have to appropriate it. I have to finesse it, acquire anything but the forbidden word that'll land me in trouble.
The
because
S word.
Acquiring and the S word are two very different things.
Make sure it's not a Switch Lite because Switch Lites still have Joy-Con drift, and you can't remove the joystick.
Oh, that's right, dude. How many times have I had to like replace the Joy-Con thing on my
I was about to
Joy-Con?
say,
Like,
didn't your Joy-Cons like fucking suck the last time I came over? Like
they were horrible. Like that was actually another problem. Like, because the bumper was just like not working on like one of the controllers, so like we couldn't even play Smash. So that sucked. But
not that
For a while,
that was a
I'm
different
good at
thing.
For a while, I just like took I took apart the controller and then I just cleaned it with a Q-tip and some isopropyl alcohol, and that worked for a while. But then eventually it became unfixable. So I
Oh,
had
what
to
the fuck, yo! Okay, I ran into a horde of Oddish and there's just a shiny Oddish just chilling there. Wait a minute.
Oh, I forgot you were playing Pokemon while we're doing this.
Wait a fucking minute. Level 12 Oddish finesse.
Anyway, back to the remakes.
You're gonna catch
To
an
expand
Ultra
on-
Ball right quick.
Saying what I was saying. I like the art style, but like I wasn't even like paying attention to the chibis as much. I was looking at like everything else because the backgrounds and like all the set design looks really nice to me.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
and the
it
shading
really does.
also looks amazing. Like the cave
Everything,
when they showed off like
everything
the
like
underground, it looked
the
super cool to me.
yeah, everything apart from people. Yeah, I agree. Like, everything looks good. I have faith that they're going to be good games.
Yeah,
Like
I just want to
that is
fucking get
something I did not think I would be able to say about Game Freak.
Well,
But
I don't think you're giving them enough credit here
yeah.
because I'd say I wouldn't say any
well, I
Pokemon game in recent years has been necessarily bad.
since Sun and
There have
Moon
been flaws, no doubt, but like
since Sun and Moon,
I
I've never really been like, yeah, this game is gonna be good. Like
what?
I see the announcement and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be the same shit again, and it's gonna suck.
That seems to be
And
the
I play
consensus
it,
right now with like these games.
and I'm like, yeah, well, Sun and Moon left me kind of jaded. I was like it was the first time I felt like there was a problem with the game, and to this day, Sun and Moon is still my least favorite in the entire Pokemon franchise. I still don't
Really?
like them.
I
Yeah.
personally love Sun and Moon.
But that's fine. That's fine. They had a really strong reception, but I think people mistake the presence of a story for a good story, and also a good story for being a good game. But like the thing is, Pokemon isn't The Last of Us, so and, like, it's not about the story, and like it can have a story, but like Pokemon is an adventure game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I want to have an adventure. I want to explore.
No, I definitely see where you're
Yeah.
coming from. Like, I didn't like Sun and Moon either, and like for the same reason. Like the story just kind of like got in the way of whatever you were doing, and it felt
And
annoying.
the worst part is that Alola's cool, right? Well, Alola's also boring because like
You're going in circles.
it's
Like
all,
everything is
it's
circle.
all Hawaii. Well, Alola's like like it. The world is cohesive. It makes sense, but then I don't know. Alola's like, hey, do you know? Can you guess what area in the real world Alola is based off of? That's like a multiple choice question. You get Hawaii, and some other Polynesian island. I can't think of any other than Hawaii off the
Oregon.
top of my head. Like Oregon.
Oregon.
Like we get
Iowa.
it, Game Freak. Alola is based off of Hawaii.
No,
And
it's
you want
based
a
off the
double battle
Midwest.
with Lilo and
It's based on the
Stitch.
Midwest.
It's based off the Midwest, dude.
Do
It's
you
not in the
want-
middle of the
do you
ocean.
want-
It's the middle of Lake
do you
Michigan.
want Maui in the Elite Four?
Do you want Maui in the Elite Four?
You want Dwayne the Rock Johnson in the Elite Four? Oh,
I've never had a problem with the Sun and Moon games. I thought they were really fucking good.
You know what? That's fine. If you enjoy them, that's good. They've gotten worse for me over time. I think they were fine. Like when I first played them, I was like, yeah, well, whatever. These are fine games. But then, like, I still felt like there was something wrong with them, but they were fine. But then, over time, I was like, yeah, these games kind of suck. I did also play Ultra Moon, and Ultra Moon is basically the same as the Sun and Moon. They're nothing's different. They just added a couple things, and they were like, new game, full price, pay up.
I think Sun and Moon to me feels a lot like any Avengers movie or anything, where it's like it's okay the first time, but then like if you try to rewatch or replay it, then it just kind of feels boring, and you're just kind of sitting through it, and it takes a long time, and you really don't care, so you're just you don't like it anymore.
To be honest, that's a little bit of a hot take for me, at least. I mean, I really like the MCU movies.
They're okay.
I mean, okay, Age of Ultron is not great. It's easily the worst of the four.
I was definitely thinking of Age of. You know what? Now that you say it, I was thinking of Age of Ultron, like exactly what you were thinking of. That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what
it's
my
like-
thought process
no,
was. It was like, oh
Age of
yeah, that was
Ultron is
okay
cool
as a
the
movie.
first time through, and then after every rewatch, it gets worse and worse. The only like that movie peaked at the scene when they were trying to lift Thor's hammer, and then Captain America moved it a little bit, and Thor was having an existential crisis as to why he was able to move his hammer.
I thought it got stupid. Like once it was like, we're gonna derive the plot, so Hulk goes destroys a city, and like it just to have like the Hulk Buster, which is cool and all, but like, what does that contribute?
The fight was dope, but it's like, do we really need? Is this necessary in the movie? Like, I feel like you could shave off half of that movie, and the movie would still be the same.
Yeah. Come to think of it, like the first Avengers movie did that too, where like there were like 3 fights where it's just like they're fighting because like they looked each other funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know shit about the
Okay,
Avenger
but
movies.
you got to give Ultron credit. Is that it was the first MCU movie with a decent villain. Like
Yeah, I
not-
liked him.
like, but the thing with Ultron though is that it's hard to take him seriously because he doesn't really present himself as a serious threat. And like, I
Yeah,
know
no, he's pretty
supposed to mirror-
snarky the whole time.
I know he's supposed to mirror Tony and all that, but like, it's just
You
hard
don't have to make him
be
like a snarky douche. Back to
I don't
Pokemon.
Yeah.
The other
My
game was
favorite
released and like
adventure
everyone's
is
like
Pikachu.
the other game was announced. It's like what is it called? Pokemon Legends,
Legends
or something?
Arceus.
Yeah. And everyone's blowing their load about that, which it looks good. I like it
I
for the
think
most
it's-
part.
I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. They took, honestly, I'm not hoping for. People are like, oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be a Breath of the Wild Pokemon game, dude. Oh my god. I'm hoping it's not that because I don't want to spend 70 hours playing Pokemon. Well, for a first playthrough at least. But
Yeah.
I think it's a step in the right direction. I think they look cool. I will definitely be buying
Yeah.
them.
I just want fucking listen. I'm one of my biggest gripes with remakes just in general. This is super off topic, but like, I hate that there was no Emerald remake, and I hate that there's not going to be a Platinum one.
You don't know that.
Personally,
But
I
the thing, though,
listen,
the thing is,
they
though,
could.
we didn't get Pokemon Gray. We didn't get Pokemon Z. We didn't get fucking.
You got
the
Black and
Emerald
White
remake.
too.
We didn't
Oh,
get.
we didn't-
Okay. We got White too, but that's like, it's not the same.
Black
you
and
know?
White 2 are
Well, that's the point. It's not the same. That's why they released an extra one.
Black and
That's
White
not
2
the
are my
issue.
favorite
You
Pokemon
can't get
games.
Kyurem White and Kyurem Black in both games, or a new Kyurem. God damn it!
Well, Black and White 2 are great though. They are my favorite.
That's like not my point. Because like, okay, how are you gonna catch Giratina in Pokemon fucking Pearl or Diamond remakes? Like,
Probably the same way you did in the Ruby and Sapphire remakes, where they're just like, here's the Delta episode, and like they just give it to you.
In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you could catch both legendaries.
That's true. Wait, could you do that in the original games too?
Like a fusion.
No, you
Heart
can- I
Gold
don't
and
think
Soul
you can
Silver
do
is
that.
like
Oh,
it's like Gold and Silver, but with elements of Crystal in it. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
how they're gonna do the. I feel like that's how they're gonna do the Gen 4 remakes.
I think that's the
They're gonna have
general
elements of
consensus.
Platinum.
And you know what? I'm fine with that because I think the general consensus anyway is that Platinum's better. So if anything, they're
Yeah.
just gonna better the whole game as it
To
is.
be honest, though,
Because Diamond and Pearl, as
Could you imagine Pokemon Radiant Platinum? Come on, son, that shit would be so good. I'm just such a sucker for Platinum. Platinum
you
was
know
just
what?
like
I-
what got me into
they're-
Pokemon.
I have a feeling they're gonna incorporate like I don't know. Dude. I think like Andrew said though, like I think Game Freak knows what they're doing to a degree. They're just
Do
gonna
they?
implement elements.
Do they
They're gonna
really?
implement
Yes,
elements.
yes.
They're gonna put elements of Platinum into the game and make it like a fusion of all three.
Yeah,
Then what's the point of having two separate ones?
to sell more games.
Because they're gonna have
And one has Electivire and Dialga. It's just fuck it, bro. I don't know.
This
I'm
is
just-
why you need to buy like Pearl and I buy Diamond just so like we can trade and it won't matter.
I call dibs on the one that has Electivire, bro.
I think they
all I'm
both
saying.
like I don't is he exclusive? I don't think he is.
I swear he's exclusive.
yes, he is. I'm pretty sure that you can only
Okay.
get the
Well, you got to trade
Because
for
I
him
remember-
otherwise.
in one game.
Because I know you Rhyperior is in both, even though he's kind of like the same thing where he's a third evolution where you have to trade for them, and he's kind of like you wanted Electivire Magmortar, well here have Rhyperior. He's kind of like the downgrade to both of them, but he's still dope. But I don't know, something still rustles my jimmies about not having Homeboy fucking Giratina remakes.
Okay.
Ugh.
I get that.
The Distortion World's gonna look good. If it's not
Oh my
in the
god, I
climax
cannot
of the
wait.
plot,
I cannot wait to see the Distortion World. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. You know what? They didn't show that off. But I bet like
didn't.
okay, first of all, it's got to be there. It's got to be there. And second
If
of all,
it's
it's
not
going to
gonna
look
be there,
fucking
then-
dope.
I'm gonna hate the Gen 4 remix. That's it.
I mean,
Like,
the Battlefront
it's gonna be
was
messed
in
up.
4S, so you know.
don't
I
say
think they'll
that.
okay. I think they got to bring back the Battle Frontier. Everybody's been crying to
Oh,
get
yeah,
it
I
back
really hope
and
they
like
do, but
that was the last
I-
game to have it.
I really hope they bring back the Battle Frontier, but
I think they will. I think they've been
it's
listening.
just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, people have made their voices heard about the shitty ass battle tower in Sword and Shield.
I'm just
That's
That's
just
true.
saying, dude.
It wasn't good. It
We
wasn't
don't
great.
we don't get a plot relevant thing from Pokemon Platinum. I'm gonna be fucking a little peeved, man.
Also, they better bring back that one house from Platinum that you could customize and put furniture in, because having a little pocket of the world you can customize is always great.
Well, they had the secret
Yeah.
bases in Underground, and we're guaranteed getting that back.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go. Probably like the fucking festival plaza. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop being
Oh,
pessimist.
don't do that.
Shut up.
Don't bring that shit here.
We don't talk about the Festival Plaza.
We can talk about the festival plaza. It's just that we already know what we're gonna say.
Yeah,
about
no, it's
it.
just garbage. Like, there's nothing to talk about. It's just, it was bad. Nobody used it.
Bad PSS.
I never once used it.
I used it for Wi-Fi battles, and that's about it. And even then,
Like,
I
even
didn't
no,
like-
because I wouldn't even
I
use it for
didn't-
Wi-Fi battles. I just like go up to my friend and be like, "Hey, you want a battle?" And he'd be
I
like,
hardly,
"Sure."
like-
And we'd do like whatever the other one was, because they gave you an alternative.
But even then, like, I hardly went onto the online ranked things. I would just like find Pokemon Discords and be like, "Hey, you want a Wi-Fi battle?" And then they were like, "Sure, why not?"
All
And
right,
then we Wi-Fi battled.
Is
bro.
it?
There is gonna be an issue here because my Pokemon are all very low, and I really don't want to use Latias for this.
We're back to
and,
this
like,
shit.
Team Aqua's here. We are back to this shit because I have to make it known that homeboy's about to have an issue.
All right, I have a question.
It's shoot.
Question.
In a couple years, will it feel weird to you that like there's gonna be like, because it's guaranteed, I think they're gonna do like a remake of like almost every gen. So do you think it'll feel weird when like there's X and Y remakes or Sun and Moon?
Probably not. I don't.
Well,
I don't think it
well,
will,
here's
because
the thing: if they're gonna remake X and Y, would they X, Y, and Z, and then Y? How would that even work?
Pokemon XX and Pokemon XY.
Why?
Their
It's
chromosomes.
You could only be male or female. Please don't kill Kiba. Oh, 2 HP. Oh, fuck off, Lightning.
Anyway,
I don't know why, but I felt I felt the need to like correct you and say Kaiba, which makes no sense because I don't think you named it that.
I did not name it Kaiba. I would not listen.
I like that we're back to Yu-Gi-Oh.
We're back to Yu-Gi-Oh in this bitch, bro. The Shaddolls, they're back. They unbanned Construct. Okay.
anyway,
gotta run.
back to Andrew's question. I don't think that'll be weird with like Gen 6 and 5 remix, because like as games age, they become harder and harder to access. So like the 3DS has already been discontinued, so like it would make sense in time, and like in due time it would make sense.
Oh, they
Okay.
totally canceled the 3DS. They totally canceled the 3DS just so they can make the 3DS remakes. They're gonna remake Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Nitro Sapphire.
That's the remakes of the remakes. Well, they already did that too.
Because
Did they?
Well, think about it, because like they released like
Oh,
Let's
right,
Go
Ultra Sun
Pikachu and
and
Eevee,
Ultra
which
Sun
is
and
just another remake of Kanto.
And then Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. At least
Well, that wasn't a remake. Well, that wasn't a remake. That was just Black and White 2 again.
They remade Diamond and Pearl as soon as they did, because the Sinnoh games are still pretty accessible. Like most people have a 3DS, and everyone knows 3DS can play DS carts. If they
course.
couldn't, then it would make sense.
I think it
because-
makes sense. Well, because here's the thing. They always release a remake whenever, like, they can't bring Pokemon from the last thing. Because if you think about it, like, the whole point they made Fire Red and Leaf Green is because of hardware issues with the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. And the same
Yeah,
thing
they
with
made it.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because, well, you lost Gold and Silver. So then I guess, like... Well, then I guess why did they make Gen 3? Probably for the same reason, because, like, Gen 5 and 6 didn't have a lot.
When the Diamond and Pearl remakes come out, people are gonna be like complaining and wheezing about Gen 5 remakes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's gonna happen.
It's
I really
true.
don't. Okay, I feel like in my opinion, my favorite game may be Platinum, but I feel like the best Pokemon games were the Gen 5 games. I don't think. Well, I feel like people would disagree with me, but like,
Yeah.
God, Black and White 2 and just Black and White. Oh my God.
Like
They
are iffy. They're iffy in my opinion. They're not for everyone. It just depends.
They are, in my opinion, they are fantastic. I love like I loved every gym
Definitely
leader.
Black and White
I loved
2.
every single fucking like place you go, like especially like the Volcarona Desert. That place was dope.
Is
I
now
don't
a
Black and
know.
White
bad
2 is
time to
one of my
mention
favorite
that I
Pokemon
didn't
games.
play Black and
Black.
White?
I'll lend you my cartridge of Black and of Pokemon Black
Big McThankies.
because
Black and White
I
2
would
are
love for you
amazing.
to
They
experience this
are
shit.
easily my favorite Pokemon games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't maybe say they're my favorite games ever. They're close though.
Yeah, I'd still say
I'll
my
gladly
favorite
say
and the
that
best
they are
are
like
Heart
close.
Gold and Soul Silver.
They are a close second without a doubt for me.
Can we agree X and Y was good only for like the online thing?
X and Y had a lot of potential. I think if they did more with the game and didn't include some of the bad aspects, the games would have been a lot better.
I get that. Regardless, like
Kalos
I
is
think
great.
X and Y is maybe the most I've enjoyed a Pokemon game besides Heart Gold.
Because Kalos is good. Kalos is nice. I like it. The music in X and Y is great.
Yeah.
Has
I
an
really
incredibly underrated
that's
soundtrack. The
something.
only
I don't know what it is, but like they nailed exploring stuff in Kalos for me. Like cuz like the
They did.
music and like the routes are so fun. I don't know what it was, but like
There
just
are-
playing through
I
that
could
was
probably name, like,
amazing.
I could probably name something I like about every track in that game. I think the only one I don't, the only one I'm not a fan of, I would say maybe is the palace theme where you go to like get what is it, catch the Furfrou or whatever. That's the only song I'm not.
I don't
entirely
even
fond of.
remember what track that is.
Yeah.
Same.
I can't even remember like cuz everything else I can like remember of like the
Yeah.
track or the theme, but I can't remember that one.
And I don't. I think the Kalos music is a lot more stylistic than people give it credit. Because it doesn't feel like Pokemon in some ways.
I think that's
Which I
cuz like
like.
well that's the first time they had like an orchestral kind of thing going for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know. I think Kalos also had great environments because it was the first time they had based a region off of a place that wasn't Japan or America. So, well, I don't know. Univa's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah,
Univa's
well,
kinda
'cause, like-
weird where it's like it's based off of America, but like
It's not even like based off America, it's based off New York.
Yeah, if you played Univa not knowing that, you would not be able to make that distinction, except maybe with Castelia City. But and even then,
I think
it's
some of
like,
the
well,
routes
it's a
kind of
big
feel
ci-
like
it's a-
America-esque,
it's a big
if that makes
city.
sense.
The only American character is Clay. I can't think of any more American.
Just because he's a
Clay.
cowboy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, I
And
haven't played.
He talks like a cowboy.
Again, I haven't played these games, but like I've seen clips. I've seen people play it before.
Oh yeah. Also, Kalos had but like Kalos, like I said, it's more stylistic, and it was the first time they had based a region off of not Japan, that wasn't New York. Like you can tell what place in real life it's based off of, but unlike Cinnamon, they don't shove it in your face, but you can still tell.
Yeah,
And I like that.
I like that too. Gosh, what can I say?
Also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
X and Y had a great story.
I don't know.
Rivals, who I will refer to as pieces of furniture because they have no character. That's the one thing I really do not like. That most of the characters, like half of the characters, are terrible.
Yeah.
Like Lysander, I feel like they shouldn't have introduced so early on. Like you can tell immediately he's the villain. Like even when I first played them as a kid, I was like, I think this guy's the villain. I don't know, man. Like he's so obviously the villain. Like he's got an intimidating stature. He's got big old spiky red hair.
Yeah.
He talks in such a weird, cryptic way. Like I don't know, man. What's this guy? And then you meet him again in the same city like 2 minutes later. Like he talks about such interestingly weird concepts, and you're like, I don't know, man. I think this is a villain person.
Yeah, I
But
think
I do
X and
like
Y
his
has the
kind of-
same problem as Sun and Moon, where it's just like the story kind of gets in the way once in a while, because like the furniture gets in your way and you like stub your leg on the table, and like
Yeah.
it's not. I don't like it. Also, like
I-
getting your starters is always like a kick in the dick just because like it's an hour before I can get my Froakie, and it's like, come on, man.
You can beat you can beat X and Y pretty much entirely with a team of only gift Pokemon. You don't have to catch any. Right, because you get your starter, you get your second starter, you get a Lapras, you get a Lucario, you get a fucking I think you get like a Farfetch'd somewhere.
Do
You
you?
get your you get a Farfetch'd. You get your Fossil.
Oh yeah,
Which
you get a
honestly,
Fossil, yeah.
both of the fossils are really good, by the way.
Not
I spent-
competitively. Quad week
I
to steal and
saw-
fighting is horrible.
Okay, but why?
In the game, they're pretty good. I still replay X and Y just because, well, A, for nostalgia. And
I
B,
always
because
chose Auroras.
I
I
think
don't
they're
know
fun.
about y'all. I always chose Auroras.
I'm Tyrunt all the way.
You are a Ty cunt.
I don't
my
even
bad.
use
Censor that.
fossils in the game.
Censor that.
Oh, so I can say Down syndrome, but the moment you become incriminated, now it's a problem.
No, because that we're actually fuck it. Don't censor it. Like, keep it in. Keep it in. Keep it in. This is
Yeah.
the rawest podcast on the internet, goddamn.
Fine.
Yeah.
Then again, if my parents find this, then like
Oh no!
now we
you
have an
gotta do a
issue.
Podcast about where we talk about Pokemon.
When we talk about Pokemon and Down
Like
syndrome.
Fucking Christmas dinner, and then your parents are
And
like,
then just,
Andrew,
oh
what do
my
you do
God,
for a
could you-
living? And then
Say, oh, talk about Pokemon.
yeah, I talk about.
It would
stuff.
suck if your siblings found the podcast and
Oh
they
yeah,
started
no.
all the-
They keep asking me to like, what's the name? Where do I find it? And I'm like, I'm not telling you any of this. I reveal nothing.
Keep it that way. Your siblings are very, very interesting beings.
Absolutely. You've met my family, and it's not. They are not the type for this.
They're oof.
Ugh.
I don't think
Yeah. I don't want to say a
Dang.
lot. I don't want to reveal much. Not that it's incriminating. I just don't like. This is a. Whatever. Fuck. Where do we go from here?
Pocket Monsters.
Here's where we go.
What's your favorite
Pokemon? Yeah.
Favorite Pokemon? Oh yeah, no, because we had like one podcast where we talked about like our favorite Pokemon, but Ben wasn't there. So Ben, what is your favorite Pokemon?
Oh no, I've always liked Gengar.
No problem.
But
I'm kidding. Gengar's dope.
I mean, first Pokemon ever was Chimchar. But
Mm.
Mine was
I also
Turtwig.
really like. Dang, I don't know. I actually don't know. That's a hard question. I'd say maybe overall either like Gengar or Infernape. Those are two of my
Okay.
favorites. Probably.
I mean, those are solid options.
yeah.
I thought it would have been Quagsire because like your PFP for the longest time was Quagsire.
Well, yeah, I like Quagsire. He's just.
I feel like you like Quagsire not for Quagsire, but for the meme. It's kind of like the same thing with Mudkip. Well, actually, no, Mudkip is.
But
very
Mudkip
understandable.
becomes Swampert and then he becomes boss.
My favorite Pokemon in my favorite game, is probably I like Excadrill, but I don't dig his design a whole lot. Like
No,
I
it's
love
kind of
his
dumb.
design.
Then again, he's
I think
amazing
that-
and competitive, or he
then
was.
again, the 3D model or Excadrill's 3D model kind of ruined Excadrill's design for me. Like I thought he looked cool in Gen 5 with the sprite work, but
Oh, yeah, that's a great-
I can't unsee how absolutely ridiculous he looks in the 3D model.
Okay, that's a gripe I do have because a lot of people complain about the graphics, and I never really got that. But when it does come to the sprites, or not the sprites, the models, then I have a problem. Because, like, with the sprites in old days, they were, like, posing and doing cool shit. But now they just kind of, like, stand idle. Like, you see, like,
And the worst
Scizor, who
part
used to
is-
be, like, lunging at you. But now he's just kind of, like, standing there in the A pose. And
The worst part is, you know that there are talented people out there who are capable of making good-looking 3D models.
yeah, no, and there
You
are
think about-
models that, like, do cool shit. Like, there's the Ludicolo one, or, like, Yanma's, where he's, like, flying around and moving, like how an actual dragonfly flies.
I'm gonna die to this Sharpedo / aren't I? Nope, we're good.
Or like all of Pokedex 3D Pro, that had some animations. That had some good animations in it.
That's actually
And
one thing I
also-
hope they do, is, like, they take the models and like, well, of course I assume they're rigged already because that's how you like get a model to move when you're animating 3D stuff, and like they actually animate them. Like if you had like Metacham like punching midair or like meditating, then that would be cool. Or if like Staraptor was like just standing on the ground and like plucking at its feathers and like sometimes flapping its wings, that would be cool. Like have them doing something.
That's one.
Or like
reason
Scizor
why
gets
I
in like a
want the
stance and
games
he's
to
cool.
have-
Gosh,
one
I just
reason
want
why
them
I
to
wanted-
do something with them.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted the games to have a more Octopath Traveler kind of look, because I think they can do more with the sprites than they. I don't know. It's just a style thing for me, and also for a lot of other people. But then again, that does limit some of the things you can do, but it also doesn't in a way, because like, and the thing about shiny Pokemon, like they a lot of shiny Pokemon got ruined by the 3D models just because of how watered down they were. But like shiny Lantern is actually purple in the sprite, but in the 3D model, he just doesn't look different at all.
That's true. Well, that's a problem with a lot of shiny Pokemon is like a bunch of old ones still look the exact fucking same. Like Garchomp or Gengar.
Those two still look like almost identical. I can identify shiny Gengar just because of how much I've seen like regular purple Gengar, but like still, it's like honestly, I think they should have just like they've changed shinies before. I think they should just make him white. Like
Yeah.
they did with his Mega Evolution.
Yeah, no.
I feel like,
Shiny Mega Gengar is like fucking amazing.
I feel like nobody would be opposed to that.
Oh, absolutely
just
not. I
all
can't
of a
imagine
sudden,
one person that would be like, no, not my shiny Gengar that looks less purple-ish.
Isn't shiny Gengar a lighter purple though?
Yeah.
Is he? I don't know. I just remember he's like slightly
I'm
more
pretty sure
indigo.
He's slightly paler. He's slightly paler than normal.
Of course, the slash lands a fucking crit on my combustion.
Well,
I'm so
Slash
bad.
has a high critical hit rate. Of course it would.
Yeah, and it's also on a Sharpedo, and all I have left is my Lombre.
Oh.
Well,
Back to damage.
back in
If I can... Actually, yeah, you finish first.
Yes.
Whatever you were gonna say.
back in Oras, I used to run a Sharpedo with I used to run a Mega Sharpedo because like no one used it, and it was really good.
Why
I
would
remember
nobody
when I had
run
it.
Sharpedo? Even if it wasn't Mega Sharpedo.
Because it's frail as
Why not?
shit, and you can just, like, use Venusaur and it dies immediately.
Well, that's
Okay,
why you switch.
Venusaur and Oras, hello?
Oh yeah. Also,
Yes,
I
you
used
can
to-
do that.
Also, in VGC, I would use a Mega Sharpedo with a Klefki, and I would use Safeguard and Swagger, because what Safeguard does is it
It prevents status, yeah.
status, and
Please,
and if you use Swagger on the Sharpedo,
Oh!
it raised attack by 2 stages.
Okay, that is
and
cool.
Sharpedo can attack. Well, its attack is getting raised, and what's nice about Klefki is that it has Prankster, so it can do that without Prankster allows a status boost to have priority. I probably should have mentioned that. And for some reason, it works on Sharpedo, even though it's a dark type. I don't know why. Even like if it's an ally, so I don't know.
I think that's why, yeah, no?
Yeah, it's an ally. So
I don't know, man. I don't know how Prankster and Dark types work, because, like, I'll use it on,
maybe
like,
it's
an
because-
Incineroar, and it'll, like, not work, but then they use it on my Sableye, and, like, it gets fucking... It gets taunted, and I'm like, what the hell?
It probably depends on the move and what the move does, because I think what happens is it doesn't apply the negative effect, but applies the positive effect.
Maybe.
Which is why I think that worked.
Yo,
I kind of
you started time right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We still got, like, a couple minutes left.
Yeah, no, my bad. I just wanted to make sure we weren't gonna ramble for like 10 years like that one time.
Yeah. I do quickly want to go back to Diamond and Pearl, because this has been pretty good so far, but I want to go back for a little second, because, and just, like, the whole thing that's going on, like, the general consensus so far, we're going off of, like, one trailer. Like, people are already making, like, all these assumptions about, like, oh, we're gonna get Mega Evolutions, oh, it's gonna be way too faithful, we don't, like, nothing's gonna change, there's only still gonna be, like, -5 fire types. I think they're gonna change a bunch. But like then again, we've seen barely anything. We've seen a couple shots of what the game's kind of gonna look like, and that's it. And this game still has
I'm gonna
months
be
to be like
honest.
improved upon. So
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of hope low key hope Mega Evolutions don't come back, but I also hope that Dynamaxing and Z moves don't come back. Just because Mega Evolutions are great because they give they gave a needed boost to some Pokemon.
I love
But-
Mega Evolutions, hated Dynamax, hated Z moves.
I like
I
Dynamax.
thought I hated both, honestly, because
I
I
don't
just
know.
why
I think they
just
should
call
just
them
be-
Mega Evolutions, dude. It's not that hard. Like
I don't know.
I thought
hate
Dynamax
the-
Gengar was the dumbest shit I've ever laid eyes on. It's just a licky with
He
fucking
looks
Gengar.
funny.
That's
He
true.
looks funny, though.
I fucking hate it so much.
I do like when it does Dynamax though, because like you don't see it at first, and then it just rises from the ground, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like that was really cool for me the first time I saw that.
With no brim. I'm sorry.
The first time I ever laid eyes on Dynamax Gengar, I said, "The Nintendo shit cube." Like the worst fucking
This is
ever.
my Xbox 360. That is the funniest video. I am so glad I found that. I laughed so hard the first time I saw
My
that.
Nintendo GameCube, or maybe I should call it
The Nintendo shit cube. Oh.
I'm gonna look up Dynamax Gengar real quick just so I can. Yup, this
Oh.
is Nintendo shit cube at its finest.
Oh, I'm so
This
glad.
is-
I'm so glad you reminded me of that.
Oh
Oh,
my god, they literally just made Gengar into a vor fetish. God damn it, I hate this.
oh.
They just made vor fetish Gengar. God damn, I fucking hate this thing so much. I will say though, Dynamax Machamp, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it
did-
looks really cool. I like that he has actual pants now.
I'm saying they did some good shit with Dynamax Machamp.
Yeah, he looks
I
good.
will give Dynamax that.
Going back to Mega Evolutions, I do hope they add him in Diamond and Pearl, but I hope they just get banned from VGC right away. Like, I just don't want to see him there, man. I hope it's just like vanilla bread there, cause like
some megas were cool in BGC, like
Mega Kangaskhan, Mega
no, Mega
Garchomp,
Kangaskhan was
Mega
not-
Gyarados. Oh, those were my favorite, dude.
Mega Kangaskhan was not cool in BGC.
Sucker Punch Genghis. Oh, no,
Power Up Punch Kangaskhan.
Oh, fucking godlike. Someone say close combat? Yes, sir.
Did somebody say Power Up Punch twice?
Someone say Moxie Crunch Gyarados? Yes, please.
Oh my
Goddamn.
gosh.
I will never forget like the first few months of X and Y VGC when Mega Gengar was just fucking.
I was just Shadow Tag Paris song.
sweeping the nation.
Oh,
Shadow Tag Chandelure was really good back in Gen 5.
God, I miss Chandelure.
did
Chandelure's
Chandelure
one of
get
my
Shadow
favorite-
Tag?
Yeah,
He did.
I did not know
but
that.
But then they got rid of it, and they also banned it because it was too good.
Huh. No shit. I did not know it got Shadow Tag for a while.
Goddamn. I love.
Okay. So that's gonna be the end of the podcast. We have to wrap it up now.
Awkward silence gonna fucking.
That's yeah. No, we're out of time now. I wanted to end it on something fun, but
Instead of awkward silence.
yeah.
We'll
No,
work on-
I'll extend it for a little bit because I do want to end it on a good note.
Word. All right.
Feel free to leave your death threats in the comments.
They're as if anyone is gonna fucking. Okay, maybe the Gen 4 opinions. Maybe the Gen 4 opinions will end us some shit, but
Okay.
that's all
Yeah.
people watch this. Please watch this.
Midwest Moron is the most controversial podcast.
Yeah,
on the internet.
we're far from the most controversial. Have you seen Cold Ones?
We talked about Pokemon. That automatically puts us in the top 50.
God damn, you need to watch some more podcasts.
Okay.
Kanye West, Joe Rogan, yes please. All right.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up here. That's the end of the podcast. Is there anything you guys want to say and or plug?
Darkrai's the best Pokemon. Like you guys, whatever you guys are thinking, not true. It's just Darkrai. It's
Fuck
all
you and
Darkrai.
your fuck you and your double team
It's a
Darkrai.
Darkrai movie.
It's all
I
bright
like-
powder
I-
double team Darkrai.
My
It's-
favorite
it's-
Pokemon movie is the Darkrai one, by the way.
That's the best one. That's the best one because I actually cried. That was the only Pokemon movie, not the Jirachi movie, not any other movie. It's the Darkrai movie.
You know what? Those are going to be the last words of the podcast. I'm not even going to say goodbye or anything. We're going to end it right there.
That's actually great.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're done here. Dope.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it. Bye.